Good morning everyone, I hope we're all doing alright. I have another update around Walt Disney World's going to be reopening. I just want to keep everyone in the loop of what's going on. So I'm just going to read it from what the information I've just found. This was what the Florida governing body and the task force to reopen Florida stated on the 22nd of April, which was 3 days ago, and it kind of relates what I was kind of saying in the previous video of a couple of days ago about how Florida and Walt Disney World needs to reopen up. So basically what they are saying is, just bear with me, I'm going to read as we're going along just to make sure we get this precise. So the reopening task force met to discuss a timeline to reopen the statewide tourist attractions such as Walt Disney World, and a 4-step plan and guidelines for how Florida can reopen for tourism industry was also discussed. Gradual openings are being proposed, including access to Florida locals first, followed by nationals, then international videos. That is kind of what I was saying the other day. It's going to be the locals first. So, they've also said, the Florida governor has also stated that Walt Disney World is so far ahead of the curve on reopening, which is good to know. This comes just after the US federal government released new guidelines for opening up America again, which gives clear direction of how businesses will reopen in the next months in three distinctive phases. This gives us more of an insight on what we'll need Disney World and Disneyland and how to reopen them. So I think basically we've got quite a good amount of information there. That's kind of what I was saying the other day. Following on from that initial briefing, the Florida state governor has also come out and says that he's eager to figure out when the statewide tourist attraction will begin to operation. The governor, along with the rest of the reopening task force, now there's quite a lot of this, I know, especially with a few things you're hearing, like some of the Disney execs, even WWE chairman is involved with Donald Trump to kind of how they're going to reopen America again. So that task force is going to be spoken about a hell of a lot. The governor has basically just been discussing more about the timelines, and he has mentioned the following procedures. When reopening, the attractions got to be done in stages. First residents, then nationals and international visitors, which I've said. Enhanced cleaning, which, yeah, it's going to be done. I am going to maybe in the next couple of days post a video about how Universal a while ago put a patent out there for some sort of automated cleaning system on rides. Now, I am going to talk more and more into this, but this was not just because of this. This is something they have been looking into. So if that's out there and they've already been looking at that for future endeavours for them, this something could definitely need to be looked at. There's recommendations that guests wear masks. I think in all honesty, nobody's come out and stated that masks are the way forward, masks are, but this is something that we're probably going to be looking at for at least 12 months. When we're going out, there's going to be some sort of mask that needs to be worn. Guest and employee temperature screenings. I fully get that employees will be tested. I think it's the best and clearest way. If there's a temperature, they can't go to work. Guests otherwise going to be a bit difficult, but yeah, it's definitely something to be looked at. Disinfecting ride vehicles, yes, I do think that will be done. Now, I think some attractions are going to be very difficult to do. You've got to think of like continuous moving attractions like in Haunted Mansion. That's going to be difficult to clean down when it's continuously going without delays. But I suppose there's something that could be done about that. Enhanced hygiene measures for workers at hotels, restaurants and the theme parks. Yeah, there's going to be with, sing happy birthday to clean your hands and the way you've got to do it. There's some brilliant videos out there of like when people put rubber gloves on and they put like blue soap over the top, and you can see how it does take a lot to clean your hands, and the way people normally do it doesn't necessarily work. Capping of attendance in the parks, I did say in the other video about 50%. It could be lower to start with, then a gradual increase, and then increased virtual queues. This is something I 100% agree should happen in one way or the other. And in all honesty, this is something that no one's ever come out and said, but I will kind of say that going forward, things like a virtual queue are going to happen on most attractions, just to get rid of the queue system and people just standing around for hours on end. I think it's a brilliant system, and this is going to be happening. So what they've also said is that they are evaluating face coverings for team members and evaluating encouraging guests to wear them as well. So as you can kind of see by that, everything I kind of stated in the last video is very much on lines of what they are saying, and it is just a kind of waiting and see what happens. Now, going back to what the governor said, there was like a 4-step process to bring tourism back to Florida. This is a 4-step. So step number 1 is gather data and share the message of hope on Visit Florida's social media outlets. Yeah, they're going to want, I think in all honesty, there's going to be a very mixed bag of opinions. There's going to be the people who are just going to be put off by going visiting anywhere for a while because of everything going on. But there's going to be other people who want to get back out there, go on holiday again, do what they want and get back to normality. I'm a bit in the middle of, I want to get back to normality. I'm very much, just want to go and visit somewhere again that is not my home little area. So this is something that I think will be very good for him. Step number 2 is when public health officials give the okay to open business, Visit Florida will push its marketing campaign to Floridians to stay cautious. I think the whole world needs to be putting that message out there. No matter what happens, there's no vaccine yet, so this is something that we do have to keep going and stay cautious and still social distance and go along them. I just think it'll be relaxed in ways, but keep staying cautious. Step number 3 is a marketing campaign will then be released to domestic travellers. So this is going to be getting the rest of the Americans come from the rest of the country to the state again to bring the business back. And step 4 is a marketing campaign to create and attract international visitors. Says it all, doesn't it? So I'm still saying if things are carrying on moving the way they are doing and helping Stefan America, they're trying to push forward to reopen. I think we're looking in the next month or so to hear something big about the theme parks, and I do see by the end of August, if not domestically, internationally, they'll try and reopen Florida by the end of August. So 3-4 more months of it, so let's kind of see where it goes. But yeah, I'm going to keep you up to date with what's going on. This is definitely something that needs to be clearly presented and put over to everybody, and it's not something that is basically out there a lot and not talked about. So thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. See you later.